For Cowboys fans, Sunday's game against the 49ers was a tough watch. After a week off, there was a lot of hope that Dallas might return refreshed and prepared. But when the game kicked off, it was clear that old habits die hard. The Cowboys fell into the same slow start issues that have been a recurring theme all season. Despite competing well in 3 quarters, they fell behind in the third, allowing the 49ers to completely dominate them by a score of 21-0 in that period. Winning 3 quarters by a combined score of 17-9 didn't matter, as a single rough quarter was enough to derail their efforts. The game's outcome became eerily familiar, resembling their loss to the Ravens just a few weeks back. The Cowboys couldn't gain early momentum, and when they finally began to rally late, it was too little, too late. They managed to cut the deficit and make it close, yet a lack of consistency and missteps throughout the game prevented them from fully catching up. In the final moments, they needed one more push, but the 49ers defense held firm, and Dallas's offense couldn't secure the yards they needed. San Francisco's control, paired with some well-timed plays, allowed them to claim a crucial first down and seal the game, finalizing a 30-24 victory over the Cowboys. One particularly frustrating trend for the Cowboys has been their lackluster starts to both halves. Despite getting the ball first in many games this season, they rarely capitalize, typically punting after just a few plays. Notably, they haven't managed to score a touchdown in the opening drives this year. On the other side, their defense has allowed an alarming 92% of opponent drives at the start of each half to end in scores. This lack of readiness, especially after time to prepare during halftime, speaks volumes about their struggles with focus and adaptability. Dallas's coaches and players alike have acknowledged the need for improvement. Quarterback Dak Prescott and defensive back Jordan Lewis have openly discussed the need for better practices and sharper preparation, yet it appears this hasn't translated effectively to game day. Watching the 49ers pull off such a strong performance, especially with some key players missing, emphasizes the gap between the two teams in terms of execution and resilience. The 49ers, even without Brandon Ayuk and Christian McCaffrey, maintained their rhythm, whereas the Cowboys, missing stars like Micah Parsons and Deron Bland, seemed disjointed. Ultimately, the recurring issue of failing to make early adjustments remains Dallas's Achilles heel. Starting poorly and struggling in the third quarter has contributed to their season-long scoring deficit of 71-15 in opening drives of each half. This alarming statistic highlights a clear gap in preparation and execution that needs to be urgently addressed. For now, Dallas's inconsistency continues to haunt them. The loss to the 49ers underscores a challenging trend that must be reversed if they hope to compete seriously this season. Stay subscribed for more videos.